Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi, hello, how are my lovelies, my beauties, my royalties? Okay, lovelies, lovelies, lovelies. Now I'm going to say it right at the beginning. I know I've been, saying it later on, but grab that scorching, boiling, hot, petty tea. If you like it cold, just hold the ice, the ICE. I know, spring, summer, but political petty reasons because political petty crap, it just, ooh, okay, yeah. Take a little sip, take a deep breath. It's like, I probably won't do it on all episodes. I don't know, but I just think with everything going on right now, with mental health, with the Supreme Court, and Clarence Thomas, he don't like us, in my opinion, of course. All of the things I say are in my opinion, but I do have receipts of everything I'm saying to show and prove why I say the things I say. But anyway, while they are trying to hate on especially black women and especially black women with disabilities, I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm not sorry, actually. The orange man and his whole like crew, flock, gang, whatever. It's like, with like, if you didn't know, like, look on my Patreon because I already started some research. I'm going to do so much more because, like, with the ugly act and stuff back in the day, 9 states are trying to bring parts of that back, and parts of that stuff is in Project 2025. And then with what's going on within the African American community, even with the farming, because I'm finding out so much about, like, because I already told you guys about the farmers meeting and how they didn't allow the two black farmers into the meeting. Everybody was white that went to the meeting because they claimed it was DEI. No, it's like you're segregating people. You're segregating a small portion of people who look different than you based off their skin tone. But then you guys, once Martin Luther King Day comes and everything like that, you want to quote for him. Whenever you say it's reverse racism, you want to quote from Martin Luther King when you only want to say that one line. But then you don't read the rest of the speech, especially when it's talking about, like, just crazy, hateful, awful things that are like, And then you don't read his books. Like, yeah. But anyway. And oh yeah, it was like what the Senate breakfast thing or lunch or whatever. The only black one wasn't invited to that either. And now we're losing like parts of our rights to vote. It's like, and then how come so many farmers? There's like they're firing the African American workers and then replacing them with the white African workers and paying them more. And then even with slavery, when the United Nations had that vote, what did America vote? If you don't know, go look it up. I already talked about this, so you should already know about that in the other two countries that joined them. And one of the main reasons, yeah, they don't want to pay reparations. But anyway. And then all of these leaders within the army keep getting fired by Hexeth and the orange guy, majority black and female, getting let go. But then they want to say that's not because of race. But then also the orange man, people have said that he will not want to be next to a black female, sergeant or like the role of that person. So then they refuse to promote two female and two black people. But it's like a lot of these poorly educated, naive, it just, you know what? Yeah, idiots. Like, I don't want to say it, but I gotta say it because black women have been talking about this. We kept saying it. We were yelling from the rooftops and everything, but everyone kept telling us, "Oh, you're exaggerating. Oh, you're just a black woman. Oh, you just want to talk about race. Race isn't about everything. Race is about everything, especially within this country. Especially within this country." Because even with DEI just means that people who, like, the black people get these jobs and they don't deserve. Black women are the most educated demographic in this country, and we bust our tush off. It's like you already know the quote from Mr. No Heart's mother, so I'm not even going to say it in this episode. But so many people feel like if you're black, that's the only reason you got into school or college, even though you finished the degree. Even though you finished the degree, they're gonna try to claim and say, "Oh, you're not smart enough. You didn't deserve it. You don't like. You shouldn't get hired for this job, even though you finished school, finished the degree, or even did an amazing job at previous jobs, or proven like during the interview that you know how to get the job done." But they're gonna still say, and then also, mm, just watched another video how it's like a lot of white men, especially like the colonizing white women, not the Underground Railroad white women, but they're complaining about black women, saying that they're not dressing correctly going to work or whatever. But then it's really crazy how a lot of them want to put down black women, say we look like men, or say we're too voluptuous, say that we're big and all this other stuff or whatever. But like, especially like with African Americans from Africa, like we're curvier. And it's like, I know, like, there was a couple teachers, and even I believe one of them was like a basketball coach. A lot of people were putting them down for what they were wearing. And it's like, she's wearing a dress or a skirt. And so he, like, and that, but then it's like, yeah, put that on a mm, basic, well, yeah, yeah, it's not going to look the same. It's not going to look the same. I mean, even when I did promotional modeling, there were some clothes that I had to put a tank top under, or I had to wear it differently because, yeah, it didn't like I didn't look like the rest of the girls on that team. No, I didn't. Because like, but it's frustrating because even with our hair, like some, oh yeah, they hate the hair. Oh, walking in with these braids, are like, yeah, we shouldn't have to damage parts of our body. Hair is part of our body. We shouldn't have to tear and press and torture our hair just to fit your beauty standards. But I keep hearing about like basic colonizing white women complain about our hair. Mm, mm. But okay. And I say all of that, and I'm going to say more about it because I'm petty, but South Carolina University, which historically black college and university, what? Okay. It's like, and oh, and I don't know when the graduation is, but all I really just want to say, congratulations. You've got this far, and I am so sorry how our economy is right now and how everything is going. But like part of me, I feel like maybe this is a way where we can start changing our economy and the whole capitalism in a way. It's like I'm not saying it's like some parts of capitalism is great, it's fine, but not when we're about to have a trillionaire and not when all these billionaires are paying less taxes than your average worker, not when billionaires are paying so much money to make sure their companies can't unionize because they some of them don't care. And see, I'm saying some of them don't care if their employees pass away on the floor. And then people want to try to give them CPR and different like things to help them, and they're like, no, just leave. Like, but then they say, oh no, it's like, oh, well, for like first they don't care, but then they're like, oh, we'll pay you, you'll pay you the rest of the day, and then some of the employees they never saw a dime from that day. Sometimes I just wonder how can you care more about a package than you do a heartbeat, but then the Republicans and the people that this business owner supports is on the side of quote unquote all lives matter. Quote unquote all lives matter. If that life mattered, you would have made sure that like people were able to drop what they were doing and take care of business. But I've already talked about this in another episode, but that still just infuriates me. And then just with South Carolina, for some reason, I don't know who did it. I don't know who planned it out. Like, well, I know it's political reasons that this person wants to do their little commencement. Like, okay, no, okay. I don't mean little, like, it's not like, no, that's a big, but okay. How come they try to ask this, like, mega person to do it? It's like this colonizing woman, She thinks all lives matter. She's like, okay, if you think if you're against Black Lives Matter, you shouldn't be at a historically black college and university. So they're like, oh, well, it's not political. It didn't. While they're taking away our right to vote, while they're firing people from doing their job so that they can hire people because of their skin color, while they're taking away DEI, while they keep promoting and talking about like reverse racism, saying that's the key issues, while they're firing left and right black people and women, and especially black women, it's like, pay attention. But then South Carolina wants to act like, oh, it's not, it's political. And you had the nerve to try, like, because I'm glad I found out that they booted her. Good. You made the right decision. You made the right decision because having that woman up on that stage, no, no. I know if I had a baby of that, no, I'd be like, okay, baby, no. I was like, we are going to have an honorary graduation at the house. I'm going to invite everybody and anybody and their mamas. And then I will invite some of my close business friends to either like take turns and do speeches and give you advice and inspiration and things like that. We are going to write to some of like their favorite celebrities, my favorite celebrities, and we're going to see who can write us back. And we are going to make sure in that letter we tell them the hot mess they tried to introduce. That's what I would have been doing, because that no, 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 my baby should no, no, no. That's how I would have rolled. Because if you are going to ask and invite somebody who doesn't like, she wants to be there for her image. She wants to talk in front of these students, but she's not going to talk to them. She's going to talk around them. She's not going to encourage them. She's not like, I mean, she will talk through them, talk about them, but she's not going to encourage them, inspire them, motivate them. Because the person that she's leading, the person who she adores, the person who she voted for, he cares nothing about us. When he said that he's the least racist person, lies. It's like, I've done more for lies. Especially when he said he's done the most for historically black colleges and universities. Lies. And like, there's so much that he has said and done to ruin this country. And the things that he said about Africa, even where our ancestors are from. And then he had lunch with Kanye West. What did Kanye West say about slavery? And what do the leaders of, like, even with his education people or whatever, they say it's just like, they say slavery was training. And then who wanted to tear down, or they did tear it down, but then I think they had to bring it back. That exhibit about, like, the African American history exhibit that was in Philadelphia, like, remember that? Who did that? He did that. And this woman, the person that was supposed to speak at this South Carolina University school, who voted for him, she was supposed to be the speaker of these students. But she's probably the one, like, you know what? It's like, oh, they didn't want me. They would not want me to filter, because the list, I would have been asking questions about all of this. And I would have been like, would you have voted yes or no about the Crown Act? And since now we have to go state by state to legalize it, when are you going to legalize the Crown Act? What do you think about braids, cornrows, and Afro puffs and natural hairstyles for the African American women? What do you think about it in the workplace, the professional workplace? It's like, what are you going to do to make sure that more Black women are going to be able to have leading roles in the work environment, and also with daycares and things? What are you going to do so daycares are more affordable for all, so that more Black women especially will be able to go to work and strive and go for their goals and things like that. So what are you going to do? Those are the type of questions I would be asking. And also, how are you going to raise the reading level average within your state? Are you going to have adult reading groups and book clubs and things so that more in like maybe like an after school, or even go into some of the employment places and be like, oh, yeah, say if they want to have a book club, and then maybe like maybe that's a business that needs to be run, because we're getting dumber around here, evident of who we voted for president. Yeah, we're getting dumber around here. But we have to do something. And I would ask her the many of questions, because, yeah, she doesn't know how bad a lot of these people are reading. I know, because I dated some of them. I dated some of them. Who praise, oh, black baby Jesus. But anyway, what are we going to do? It's like, how did this university think that was going, like, and oh, they wanted to say because she was a million, or she's a millionaire, she has her own business and stuff. Well, a black person starting and running a business is a little different, because like even with me writing my children's books, and even with me writing a novel, do you know how people look at me or judge me or tell me, oh, it's like, oh, really? It's like, oh, that's not what black people do. Or, oh, you're gonna try to do that? Why? It's like, why? Like, what do you mean, why? Or, oh, even with back to my books. Well, I hope the main characters aren't black, because I won't be able to connect to them. Mm. Yeah. How many job interviews I've been to. Oh, you don't look like you're what I would have imagined with your resume. Which one of your parents are white? How did you learn how to talk like that? See, she knows nothing about that. She knows nothing about the racism that we still face till this day. The racism that we still meet till this day. Some of the people of color are just now waking up, because they were siding along with the white people so much, and they thought they were one of them for so much, and they thought they'd proven themselves by dogging us, hating us, rejecting us, dehumanizing us, teaming up with the colonizing people that hate us. But now, look what ICE is doing. Now look at the white supremacists going to Dearborn. Now look with how they think of you, talk about you, say about you. Oh, and I have a lot of this evidence on my Patreon, because, yeah, I almost forgot. Yeah, check that out. I have River of Racism. I have Dating Nightmares. Check it out. So when people ever even try to tell you there's no more racism, no, babies, I got samples. And when I say I have samples, oh, I got so, and I'm still uploading. I still have so much with faces, with names. Because some of these people, they think, oh, I can be racist. No one's going to find out. Oh, I can say whatever I want. I can be as mean, and I can be a bully. I can torment. I can dehumanize people as much as I want. People aren't going to see it. And see, with this woman that they try to get to be, And I also have to say, like, some of these white people had the nerve to say that this wasn't just a protest, but they were basically trying to say, like, these students were go out of line, and that this is what divides the country. Taking away our vote divides the country. Gerrymandering the lines divides the country. You're trying to hush us. You're trying to whisper us. You're trying to make sure we can't speak, while putting someone up on that stage that's against them speaking. See, and this is what I mean. She wasn't going to encourage. She likes the fact that they're shutting us up. You're going to put someone on that stage who is like, yeah, she's probably going to help. This is all in my opinion, but she's probably going to help with all of this foolishness and craziness. But they want to say, oh, it's like, this is what divides it. No. It's like if you call a protest a divide, then you're not listening and paying attention. And maybe that's why sometimes, especially during Black Lives Matter, some things got out of hand. Which, if you listen to Martin Luther King, he talked about that. In one of his books, he talked about when they don't listen, that's when things get a little. Is it mature? No, but mental health wise, when you're frustrated and angry and stuff like that, and we gotta it's kind of like how a lot of these men are nowadays. Yeah, they don't know how to control their emotions, and then they get angry, and then they show they get angry. Sometimes they show it on their woman too. But anyway, they should be ashamed of trying to get this woman on that stage. They is they want to say it's a whole divide, and it's like, and maybe she was going to donate money, maybe she was going to do something, but is your self-respect that low that you were going to actually try to put this woman in front of these students when she is shaking their hand and smiling next to a man that is literally taking away their rights? Whenever he gets a chance, he calls like them a low IQ. How many black women has he said has a low IQ? And it's really funny that this woman wants to like stand next to him with all like where are those Epstein charges? Yeah, because I'm going to be doing an episode on that really soon, reminding people, what about the Epstein files? Come on now, mum's the word that war kind of worked. It's like he's trying to prolong it, like nothing, and only. And now it's like I'm hearing that The Apprentice is going to be brought back with his son. Like, I'm never going to want, like, well, I know the 92%, we looking at each other like this is a hot mess. And again, like South Carolina, they want to say, she's a millionaire, all this other stuff. Well, yeah, our president is making how many of millions and billions of dollars during his presidency? Right. And how much money are his sons and kids, like all the businesses, because even during his first term, and because people are like, oh well, he didn't do this his first term. Lies. Remember how his daughter kept getting all those contracts and everything from just coincidentally the same countries where they were visiting. She was getting things for all of her businesses with closing and like licenses and stuff like that. But I bet you didn't remember that, did you? But so people want to say, oh, he's different. That no, he's not. It's like he was like this the first term, but he kept having to fire everybody because everyone was saying that's unconstitutional. It's not right what you're doing. You can't do this. Or some of them wrote in their books that they ignored him or they pretended they forgot until he fired them. Because remember, how many people did he fire? It was left and right. Some people hardly even lasted a month because they were refusing to do the things he's doing now. And now we have people who are shaking his hand because they agree with it. They like it. They don't care about us. And now this school, historically, and that's what disgusts me, a historically black college and university, a university that was built because our ancestors were not allowed to go to those schools, to the other schools. We weren't allowed to go to college and universities. They didn't want us to be smart. So they had to build this one in order for our later generations to be able to be educated. But then you're going to allow someone on that stage who, yeah, she doesn't care. Like, come on now. Anybody that voted for him, and yes, I'm including like the black people who voted for him, they didn't care about us. They didn't. They don't. At this point, I don't think they'll ever. And yes, I'm include like, and this, remember, this is all in my opinion. But it's like when I see patterns and I hear word like actions, some people might say, no, that's not true. Words, don't weigh as much as actions. And when you voted for him, and then when you voted for him once, twice, three times, three strikes you out. 3 strikes and you are out. I don't care. I don't care. Don't you dare try to talk to me. No. It's just at a point where if You voted for him and you know our history. And then if you've been observant, but then some people are like, oh, I don't really pay attention to politics. That's your fault. Okay? If you want to live your life in ignorance and stuff, see, black people, we are not allowed to do that. We can't do that unless we don't care about our rights and our liberties, because this country was not built for us. This country was built for the white man. White women are lucky because white men need white women to keep white people existing. That's the only, like, and that's one reason why with DEI, with so many of the like diversity initiatives, white women benefit from it the most, but they don't think about that. They don't think about, this woman is smiling and her like, oh, she likes, oh, she does not realize the only reason why she's benefiting so much with this country is that white men need them to continue survival, to continue the bloodline. All of the racist things they've even said about the bloodline. Mm, mm. We need to do so much, like when it comes to protesting, like some people are so upset, like, you need to come protest with us, you need to join us. And even like the people of color, again, and I'm going to keep mentioning this because like even over the last 10 years, the amount of hate that I've gotten from people of color, and or how they put us down as a whole, individually or as a whole, and how, like, oh, again, look at my Patreon, because you know how many people of color, they blamed us, or they told us we were ugly, or that, oh, like even with the Little Mermaid, so many times it was people of color calling Haley Bailey out her name and just posting some of the most disgusting, awful, terrible like posts. But yeah, they didn't think anyone was gonna fight. Like, yeah, and yes, I would just say check it out, because the people on the right, Republicans, it's because even with dating apps, it's obnoxious, it's awful, it's terrible, it's ignorant, it's terrible, just idiotic and poorly educated. Poor, like, because he did say he loves the poorly educated. He loves these people. But the poorly educated, they always say that I'm the racist because I will not date a Republican. A Republican, what's, okay, what race is Republican? It's not a race, okay? If you were trying to think about the answer, they're not a race. But then they want to say I'm racist because I will not date them. Like, I want to know, why in the world would you want to date me while you're stealing my right to vote, stealing my, like, just love for goals and dreams and aspirations, wanting to own a business and be educated and stuff. You want to, while dating me, you want to steal it? And this is why I say some of my past, the men I've dated, they hated me. They hated me. Because, like, with their family members, they didn't defend me with what the mom said, or of no heart, with things that the grandmother said about Muhammad. Yeah, remember the Muhammad Ali story? Yeah. And then even with my education and my jobs and everything like that. Oh, even with my bully. With Becca. This clown looked me up all over social media. It's like, because, yeah, that's how she found my channel. And then the only reason she didn't look me up on LinkedIn, because it was going to show that she looked me up. But then she wanted to say, like, all of my bad reviews when I was teaching. But that, in my opinion, that idiot, a lot of students who didn't like me, they didn't like me because I was teaching them and I taught them. I've told these stories in previous episodes. I do my job, I do my thing, and some students, especially since I'm black. See, she doesn't know how it feels to be a professor that's teaching like majority white students, how some of the white students hate that I'm in front of the classroom, that I'm teaching. They don't like that. They hate that. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable, but most importantly, I am human and you're human too.